Hi, my name is Pranita Rao. I am a former dentist, an intuitive abstract artist, and an energy worker. Today, we're going to talk about how angels usually find people who are going through a spiritual awakening. I had my spiritual awakening, a massive one, in the year 2020. In all honesty, I feel that as somebody who's been very sensitive to energetic changes, I probably have experienced energetic changes all throughout my life. So I've always had some or the other kind of spiritual shift and awakening happening in my life. However, in 2020, I had a massive one. I just finished publishing my science book. It's called Every Lab Coat Tells a Story. If you want to check it out, please do check it out. It's in the link to the book is in the description below. But anyway, when I had this massive spiritual awakening, I realized that I was hearing more than my physical ears were picking up sounds. I was seeing more than what my physical eyes were seeing. I was feeling more than I could hold in my body. And it was very difficult because for the longest time I kept experiencing a lot of dark energy, dark um, experiences involving a lot of negativity, toxic people, and it felt as if it was never ending. And at that time I was actually under therapy and I was taking medication, and it felt that I had nobody else uh, but my psychiatrist to give me advice on what was happening to me. And he had some theories, but I was not satisfied with it, so I went on my own spiritual seeking journey, and I came across the concept of guardian angels. Now, I knew nothing about angels. This was 5 years ago, and I knew nothing about guardian angels. But I knew that I needed some force, some energy, some metaphysical energy that was not physical to sort of guide me towards a direction where my truth lies, because I felt that I was just going from person to person and hearing different opinions about what could be happening with me, but nobody was giving me the truth about what was happening to me. And eventually, I found people who could teach me more about angels. So I learned about my guardian angels, archangels like Archangel Michael, Gabriel, Haniel, Ariel, and many others. And eventually, then I also learned about dragons, unicorns, tree spirits. And today, I am able to communicate with angels and understand their synchronicities and benefit from their angelic energy. Now, I have a belief system, and from what I understand from angelic guidance, is that many other people around the world could be experiencing spiritual awakening and could be sensing angels. Now, it can be possible that you believe already that there is some sort of positive presence around you trying to get your attention. I just want to say, if it is happening, you're not crazy, you're not making it up. There are definitely angels that surround this planet, and there are a lot of angels who try to get our attention to help us during spiritual awakening. And it is very important to believe in ourselves, to believe in this positive spirit message or presence, because most of the times, or many times, or even if it's not many times, but it could happen that we are going through a very tough spiritual awakening like I did, where I lost all my friends, lost all opportunities that were work related, didn't have too many people who supported me, didn't have too many people who looked out for me, was experiencing a lot of health challenges. So, if there are other people who are going through similar situations where there are many challenges in different areas of your life, I just want you to know that you could also be attracting a lot of light energy. So, what happens is when you go through a spiritual awakening, when you are having a massive spiritual awakening, yes, there is a lot of negative energy that is released into your world, to sort of for you to overcome karmic patterns, or for you to love yourself more. But there is also a release of light energy from source that is meant to help you overcome these challenges. Now this light energy could be in the form of different spiritual modalities, or it could also be in the form of different self love related modalities, whatever it is. So basically it's coming from a place of love, so there are a lot of opportunities to embrace that love. So if you are somebody who's going through a spiritual awakening and you feel quite bombarded by the negativity around the world, in your world, I just want you to know that you're not alone. You're not the only person who's going through this. It might feel like that because it did for me for the longest time, but it's not true. Also, you might be, it again, it's a possibility. I'm not saying you are going through this, but it could happen that you're also attracting angelic energy because of the change in your life. And if you are, I would really encourage you to believe in yourself and what you're perceiving, your abilities are perceiving, or your intuition is perceiving, or your cognition is perceiving, because only you can understand that, because those messages will be so intimately personal to you that you should not be listening to anybody else's belief system about what's happening with you, or whether or not what you're receiving is true for you. And I say that because angelic messages are often very personal. So, something that only you can remember, the sense of a color, the feeling of a clothing, a memory that gives you a specific feeling each time you think about it. These are very intimate angelic messages that angels can give us. And only you will understand that, and only you will be able to perceive it. So, my friend, please trust angelic messages, especially if you're going through a tough spiritual awakening. And if you need more help, please know that I take angelic sessions. I give angelic Reiki for people who are attracted to Reiki energy, angelic energy. And I also offer one on one sessions wherein we can work together to understand your angelic team and angelic guidance. Uh, to end this video, I'd like to just say that it's very common for people to go through periods of doubts, periods of doubt, not doubts, sorry, and feel quite disheartened that things are not changing, or things are not moving forward, or things are really dark, or we don't understand what the situation is. Although angelic help can help us massively, but this is a gradual process, and it's very rare for somebody to have like a 360-degree positive change in their spiritual awakening. So make sure you're working on self love more than you're working on receiving angelic guidance. Because when you do practice self love, automatically your relationship with angels changes, your relationship with divine changes, and your relationship with your problems also change. So I'd like to emphasize that, and I would like to invite you to come and book a session with me so that we can explore more, and so that we can make sure that you get the support that you deserve. Thank you for watching this video. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And please share your experiences in the comment section below. I'd love to know about your spiritual awakening journey. And also, if you do drop a comment, please end your comment with a positive note to yourself as to how you will overcome this challenge. So, for example, your spiritual challenge is, say, I don't have anybody to help me in this situation. So that's your problem, but I'd love you for you to also come up with a solution immediately. For example, but I will take care of myself in this process. So something of that sort. So that is a good balance of the solution and the problem. All right. Thank you, and I hope to see you soon. Stay tuned. Bye.